Hey there, it's Ryan from Android Coliseum here to do my review of the Galaxy Note 8. And I was actually very excited to see this model come out. If you know me, I've always been a fan of something with a stylus, and this does not disappoint. So having a stylus and having a tablet, if you remember, I've had the Asus TF101, the old Transformer, but the 10-inch model has just been too large, and my old 7-inch Nexus 7 was awesome size. But this 8 is I think, a perfect size. It's a little large, but again, I'll talk about that in a second. So let's go through the features of it right off the hop. Okay, 8-inch screen, 1280 by 800. I would have liked to have seen something a little bit larger resolution, especially seeing as my Nexus 4 has approximately the same resolution size. It's a quad-core processor at 1.6 gigahertz with 2 gig of RAM. This is only 16 gigabytes of storage, and of that, that's about 9.8 that's free, so it's a fair chunk of the TouchWiz using there. We have in the back, we have a camera. It's a 5 megapixel. There's no flash. The front mega camera is a 1.3. This comes with a Jelly Bean 4.12 and a 4600 milliamp hour battery, and even has a little IR port, and we'll talk about those in a minute. On the bottom, we have our speakers, and I'll talk more about that as well, and our charging port. Okay, so essentially, there's not much I can really talk about this guy that I haven't talked about when I did my review of the Note 2. So pretty much same kind of features that you're going to see in the Note series. You know, you can make in notes. And I tried going around and seeing if I can actually go ahead and play with some of these features, and I can draw, and I've taken a couple meetings, and people actually do like it. A lot of neat features. The only problem is now that it's Samsung, I can only get it in this Samsung mode. There's no really way for me to take it out. But again, very cool to play around with and play with those features. So if you really want to see more about what you can do with TouchWiz and that stuff, go take a look at my Galaxy Note 2 review, and I'll put that in the comments of the YouTube. Other than that, what do I really want to talk about? The size. The size is perfect. I really do like the size. It does really work very well for a piece of paper. I mean, here's an 8.5 by 11. It's just, slightly smaller than that. So perfect for sitting on your lap while you're at an office meeting to sit there and just doodle away on. So that's really cool. And the pen just works perfectly. So awesome stuff. Downside stuff, I mean, I feel a little underpowered. For some reason, I'm really finding it's not giving me that kick of 1.6 gigahertz. I mean, compared to like my phone, I think this is a little bit slower than my phone. The battery for its life isn't as much better. I mean, I got 4600 milliamp. It should be twice the life of my battery, especially since it has no radio in there, like for 4G or LTE or anything like that. But it really lasts about the same. I don't know what it is. So the battery's not great. The overall feel is kind of plasticky. I mean, you're not gonna really expect too much out of $430 versus like an S4 or the HTC Ones and stuff like that. So it is kind of plasticky. I do like the little you can't see the checker pattern in the back here, but here's my issue with some of the plastic. I don't know if you guys can really see this or not, but there's it's bubbled out there, and I don't know if it's just somebody was trying to see if they could get the back off or something, but you can push it in, and it's just, I mean, if this was my device, it would just drive me bonkers. I don't know why that's off there. And I received it that way. So the other thing is, I don't know if you can see here, and I've had this on one of the Note 2s I reviewed. It's a little separated here, not by much, but right there, there's a crack. It's like somebody tried to snap it on place, and it hit something underneath, and it broke. So I don't know what that is from, or why that would happen there. But again, that's the way to do with plastic, unfortunately. Okay. Other side of it is, because of the battery life, I was really hoping to get some sort of indicator of percentage somewhere on here, and you really can't see the percentage. I'm just OCD. I like to know what exactly percentage I'm at. This isn't letting me have that. The other options that I think are really not so fun is the speakers in the bottom. What I end up doing is I end up using the tablet this way. And especially when you play video games, you end up doing this way. What's happening is now I'm covering up the speakers while I'm playing, and it gets very quiet. So I don't know if you'd really want to move the speakers to the back or put them at the front or something like that, but that's what I find. That's kind of annoying, but whatever. The other thing is that the battery does take forever to charge. If you use an AC charger, not too bad. It doesn't charge too long. But using a USB port from your computer, you will wait days for that charger to come out. Right, anyways, let's see. Cool things about it that I really do like about it. Like I said, the size. First off, somebody at Samsung's listening to me. One of the complaints I've always had about the Galaxy Note series is that the pen, while you're working with it, you want to do all the stuff with it. You know, you want to go to the buttons, and they didn't work. Well, you know what? They work now. How cool is that? The buttons work. Oh, get out of that webpage. So anyways, so that's really cool that the buttons actually work on the capacitive screen or the soft buttons there. So that's cool. I mean, now I just think they used to don't push the hardware button because you won't want to ruin the pen. What else is something I showed off in the HTC One, sort of the biggest bonus feature, and I didn't know this came out on other Galaxy Tab units of this, is the smart remote. Peel smart remote. This is the coolest thing. The other ones I've tried out there have really worked out so well. This worked like a charm in terms of, I can... So basically all it's going to do is going to use your infrared port. And it's going to, you punch in your postal code, your cable provider and stuff like that, and it tells you, tell you what's on TV right now. And all you do is you just go look through, come on. So what's all on now? Anyways, let's go take a look at the guide. So it's going to load up programs. Pick the one you want, and it'll change the channel for you. So let's go sci-fi. Game of Thrones. I'm going to say watch on TV. And depending on what channel I would have it on, whether it's the HD channel or not. And it again sends a little signal off that's on top there saying go into that channel. No, I don't want to remove that channel. Anyways, we can go back and my kid can go through and pick out shows that he wants to watch. Ooh, Inspector Gadget. Tells him what channel it's on. Teletoon Retro, watch on TV. And it's already flicked over. And if I want, I can go through and actually use menu systems on my TV guide. So that's an absolutely cool feature. It works so well. And it actually worked very much better than like the HTC One or this Xperia ZL that I tried out that had the same. So I didn't really want to make a too long video, but this is the Galaxy Note 8. I'll write more in their blog. Works pretty well. A very nice tablet. TouchWiz, again, I'm not a fan of TouchWiz, but you know what? For something that I'm going to be using when I'm just watching TV or reading a book or basic browsing experience, not too bad. It's a little slower than I'd like, but again, I'm not going to really notice it too much because I'm just using it for just casual use. My day-to-day driver, I want fastest. That's my phone. Anyways, if you have any questions about me, about the tablet that you want to ask me, let me know. I'll see you guys around on Google+. Okay, ciao.